Before we start the show, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Welcome back. Hello. I am your host. My name is Sylvia Graham, and welcome to my podcast, Widow's Web, a net that will not break. So glad you joined me again. If you would, if you like it, there was something that was said in the video, like it, share it, subscribe, share, like, subscribe to anyone that you know that just need just a little encouraging. I would appreciate that. But I do have a gentle reminder for you on today. We're coming close to Mother's Day, and we are just around the corner. And my mother, she has passed, and it was in 2011. And it's interesting how when certain moments of time or certain days or certain months or certain holidays, it can trigger or it can cause you to slow down or take a moment. And I'm taking a moment to remember the good times. Sometimes when you do remember loved ones that are gone on, you don't know if it's going to be tears. You don't know if there's going to be regrets. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't even know what you're going to feel. And Mama, when she passed, I wasn't there. And that is a regret that I have. I've been trying to persuade her to come and live with us, and she wasn't having it. She wanted to stay in her own place and be around her own surroundings. And even though my oldest brother and I believe my younger brother, he was also there in Illinois. He was there. But being the only girl, I felt like she's a girl, I'm a girl. So I kind of know what she was feeling or going through. And if I didn't, we could just talk, And but she was there alone because Daddy had already passed in 98. Mama in 2011. Daddy 98 of July 20th, and Mommy was July 29th. And that's something, it just makes you reflect and think about things. And for a minute, though, I don't know how I felt about remembering my mom, because I think it was due to the regret, the shoulda, coulda, woulda. I might as well sing Lou Rawls. I don't even know the song. I don't. Lou Rawls, coulda, woulda, shoulda. I just heard someone say that. I think I might have to listen to the song so I can understand why I'm making that statement because of somebody else. But, yeah, I do. I do have, I should have, and if I would have, then this, and I could have done this, and I don't know. It's Mother's Day coming up. I'm a mom, and I have 4 children. My mom, she had 4 children. I was the only girl with 3 brothers, and I have 1 son and 3 daughters. Isn't that ironic? Wow. Remembering the good times. I remember when my brother had words at her home celebration, homegoing, and he said, "My mother was the meanest mother in the world." And he was making a statement. He was trying to let everyone know that she didn't let him come to the table with no shirt on, or go outside without a shirt on, or go to school if he had not brushed his hair or lotioned or Vaseline. You know, that Vaseline was, now you know it still is. You know, they keep saying, don't use Vaseline. Do you know what's in it? Oiling down heels and elbows, knees, and ankles, and whatever else that's really ashy. So she would make him come right on back in and lotion and brush his hair. And one time he just didn't take baths. He wasn't taking baths at all. It was the funniest thing. I never understood why he didn't do that. You know, and Mama would smell him, and she said, "You are not going nowhere." He said, "I'm going out to play basketball. I'm going out to play football." Not smelling like that. And she would make him go in the house. I mean, in a full bath. And she said, "If you want me to come in there, I'll do it for you." And he was horrified. He said, "You can't look at me." "No, Mama, no." So he was in there bathing, and she wouldn't let those girls, as she called fast girls, come and see to him, or see about him, or come and ask for him. You know, come to the door, or come to the house, or come to the yard while he was in the yard. And, hey, Ma. She said, "Go on now. Go on to your mama. Go on away from here." And he said that she was the meanest mother in the world. And his ending statement was, she was so mean that she loved me enough to make sure that I wouldn't be harmed, that I wouldn't be laughed at, that I looked good. And I thought that was just the best, you know, because it was so true. She was. Was just funny, you know. I guess sometimes maybe that's why I got some of my humor from, at least I know from that side of the family. But she was just extraordinary, you know, doing things that, you know, so out of pocket. You know, you looking and you trying to figure her out, and, you know, what? I remember I was in high school, and I was an athlete, of course. I ran track, and I also played volleyball. And so in that course, a young man, he wasn't attending high school anymore. He was in college, and we were having homecoming, and I won part of the homecoming court, or selected. I was selected for the homecoming court. So he asked if he could be my escort. So this was, quote unquote, my official date, you know. He was a cousin to the guy that wanted to ask me out, but he was taking all day. He never asked. So he came, he asked me. I ain't going to even tell you his name, though, because what if he's watching this video one day and he said, "That's me, she was talking," and then I don't even know if he's dead and gone. My God, I tell you. So, and I don't know if his cousin's still living. I'm going to have to ask my brother, thinking about it. I'm going to ask Tony if he's still living. But anyway, so I know his baby brother's still living because he's pastoring. That I do know. But anyway, he asked me out, and he came and got me, And I had on a rust color, and Mama, we went out and got the outfit and everything. So I had on a rust colored vest and a rust colored skirt. It was an outfit, two-piece, with a cowl neck, sweater. And it was corduroy. The outfit, you couldn't even tell me I wasn't sharp. I knew I was. And I had rust color. It looked like Mary Jane, the way they look in the front. But they were wedges, rust-colored wedges. Oh, please. I was stepping, I already had an issue anyway. I knew I looked good and I was glad. It was fun. And so he escorted me out on the field. And it was our homecoming game. But the opposing team, which is so funny, was my brother played for the opposing team. And also my husband. So my brother and my husband knew each other for a long time, all through high school. And we lost them. They were our rivals. They were our rivals. And we lost. Oh, man, we lost terribly. And so we went out to eat. And so all my brothers, all of us was there at the game, though, except for Mama. Mama didn't do that. But Daddy and all my brothers and stuff was at the game. And before, so I got to give y'all this. Before I left the house, I was getting all ready and stuff and everything. So my oldest brother and my baby brother was doing so much talking. Mom, you gonna let her go out with this man? We don't even know him. Just on and on and on. And you better come on home. Daddy, tell her now. Tell her what to do. And I was like, will y'all go away and let me get dressed? And Daddy never said nothing. Mama was saying, did you need anything else? And, just trying to help me dress and stuff. But it was actually, quote, unquote, my official first date, in a sense. So he came and got me, like I said, came to the door, said hello to my family, and Daddy said, aren't you those Davises that stay over? And he was saying, no sir. He said, oh, now which one is your people? And I tell you, he was trying to explain. He said, okay. Well, all right, we'll see y'all at the game. So we left. We lost royally. We lost. And then he wanted to, take me out and stuff. So we went out to eat. And we got back and everybody was there. Everybody was in the house. They was looking out the window. They kept the door closed. I'm so glad they didn't have the door, wide open, because it was late. It was late. They was all waiting up, all sitting around, and Quentin was looking through the window, and he said, you could just see him talking back and forth, like, telling them what we was doing. So he kissed me. He did. He kissed me, and walked me back up to the door. And of course, they was opening the door. Tony, he said, she's late, Daddy. You in trouble. And what time was you supposed to be getting back, bringing my sister back? There was no time, y'all. It wasn't. There was no time set. They was just all talking, just doing the most. See what I'm saying? I told you, they give me a hard time. So I thanked him, tell him I appreciate even the dinner, all of it, and he went on. And of course he tried to date me, but this is the kicker. Now first I want to tell you, my mom, sanctified, Church of God in Christ, never wore a pair of pants, shorts, never did any swimsuit, nothing. Always a skirt or dress. Never fails. So we were coming in, and they was messing with, what was you doing out in the car? And Sylvia was kissing. I'm telling you, Daddy, Sylvia was kissing. You ain't supposed to be kissing that boy. So they was doing all this talking. But seriously, like once I got in the house and stuff, my mouth started burning. And I was like, saying it out loud. I said, Mama, my mouth is like it's burning. She's like, what? What you mean, baby? I said, and it was burning on the outside, not directly on my lips, but on the edge. And she said, oh, and my brother was like, what? Mama had kind of like pushed me on into the bathroom. There was the sink, right there. And I said, Mama, it's really burning. She said, oh, she turned the water on. And I'm telling you, her hands, she has beautiful hands. My oldest daughter has her hands. And so she had my face down in the bowl. And she was swishing the water up on my, swishing it all on my, I was drowning. I was drowning. She, Lord, and just all her whole hand. And just water, and I was just drinking. It was in my nose. I was coughing, and she was just rinsing. And whoa, Jesus! I said, I was just waiting for her to say to the Lord rebuke you. I said, please, Mama. She said, oh, is it any better? And I couldn't even talk because she was drowning me. Water everything was wet. All of this, my whole cowl neck sweater was wet. Corduroy vest, wet water, just water all rinsed. Had turned my hair back because I had it in curls and just wet and turned. And I said, Mama, she said, oh, just rinsing with my face, water in her hand and flooding my body. Just might as well just put me in the tub. And I said, Mama, she said, is it better, baby? I said, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And once I got up, dried my face, I looked over to the side, and this is the entrance of the bathroom door. Everybody in the bathroom, Daddy, Marvin, Tony, quit looking, trying to see if everything, is you all right? And then when I said, yes, I'm fine, they said, that's what you get for kissing. Daddy, you need to whoop her. Remembering the good times. It's so many good times to remember without regrets. Remember all the fun times. I tell you, if my mother had swished me one more time with that water basin, isn't it wonderful? We do have times, good times to remember. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. All the mothers everywhere throughout the world. You are a blessing. And there are great memories that you have put in us to always remember. Thank you again for tuning in. Listen, if you desire prayer, email me at widowsweb250@gmail.com. widowsweb250@gmail.com. Give me a day. Give me 24 hours, 48 hours to respond. Thank you again for tuning in. Remember the good times. It's all right to remember. Take care. I'll see you sooner than later. Bye now.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel today.